Well, March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and the best way to prevent colon cancer is through colonoscopy and colon cancer screening. And joining us this morning from Gunderson Health System, we have Dr. Steve Schlacker from Gunderson. Good morning, Dr. Steve.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here and chatting with us about this issue.
Glad to be here.
So, first question for you, is a colonoscopy the same thing as a colon cancer screening?
It is a form, it's probably the best form of colon cancer screening that there is. First thing I want people to understand is colon cancer is very, very common. That's the second leading cause of cancer death in both men and women. It's actually back down to the third because we've improved our screening, that is in people over age 50. However, we're seeing an uptick in colon cancer in people under age 50, and with us the screening age has changed to 45. So 45 is the new 50. So colonoscopy is unequivocally the best tool to screen for colon cancer, which allows us to look directly at the lining of the colon and remove polyps if we find them. And as far as a screening test, colonoscopy once every 10 years for average risk individuals if we don't find polyps is the recommendations. There are other forms of colon cancer screening, for instance, looking for blood in the stool, called a FIT test, and then also the Cologuard test, which looks for genetic abnormalities within the stool. The advantages of those two screening tests is that you don't have to go through a colon prep. However, the bad news is that they're not very good at detecting even the advanced polyps. So they detect probably less than 50% of those polyps that we call advanced adenomas. Those are the ones that are growing, and they're on their way to becoming colon cancer. And if any of those are positive, you go for colonoscopy anyway. So it's we strongly recommend colonoscopy as the main screening test to get.
And how does your family history play into your testing or when you should go to receive a test?
Yes. So if people have no family history of colon cancer or colon polyps, we used to start screening at age 50. Now that's 45. 45 is the new 50. So, however, if people have a family history of either colon cancer or colon polyps called adenomas in first degree or multiple second degree relatives before the age of 60, we start that the colon cancer screening at age 40 or 10 years younger than whatever that family member was found to have. But understand that the majority of colon cancer that we find in these days is something called sporadic colon cancer. That is no family history and whatnot.
Interesting. And I know Gunderson Health System has plenty of resources that you can check out. Dr. Steve, I really appreciate you taking some time to chat with us this morning.
My pleasure.